And up next year, maybe I'm missing something on this fight. I mean, the line's a little closer than I would have expected, but I'm liking Song Kenan in this matchup. I understand that Song Kenan isn't the most trustworthy guy, but I feel like taking on Ricky Glenn, who's fighting for the first time at welterweight in his whole career. Most of Ricky Glenn's biggest and best performances were at 145. So he hasn't looked good in a long time. He looked really bad in his last two fights at 155, and I just don't know if moving up to 170 is going to be that elixir for him. He hasn't fought in a long time either. Song Kenan, even though he isn't the greatest fighter, he has been putting on some decent performances in recent fights, and he's been fighting really high-level competition, and I think that that's going to help him a lot in this matchup with Ricky Glenn, who's been pretty inactive, and in the fights that he has had recently, he hasn't had very much cage time. I mean, he's got knocked out quick by Drew Dober and Yagos in round one. And even in his last victory versus Joaquin Silva, it was like in 30 seconds. He just caught him and knocked him out cold early. So I feel like Ricky Glenn has just not really fought very much recently. I have seen him do some grappling competitions. It looks like he's been doing them on his Instagram and things like that. But Kenan is pretty strong. He has decent takedown defense. I don't think Glenn's going to be able to take him down. He's not that explosive. I think he's going to be at a physicality disadvantage. And when these guys are striking at range, I just think Kenan is going to hit with much worse intentions. I think that Ricky Glenn might be able to have the wider arsenal and try to pick him apart, but Ricky Glenn isn't going to have that range advantage that he has over the majority of his opponents that he's fought in his career, and I just think that Song's going to be faster than him. I think when Song connects, I think Glenn's chin is gone. I don't think that this 170 move is going to make him all of a sudden become more durable now. I think that it's more just the wear and tear that he's had through over 30 professional fights. And I just don't know what to think about this Ricky Glenn at 170. It could be a cash grab. And I just feel like Song Kenan's going to get the job done here, whether it's a dominant decision win where Glenn is tentative and kind of just content to move around, shoot half-hearted takedowns, and just survive to a decision loss, or an early knockout from Song Kenan. I also like the fact that Song isn't going to have to travel much here. He trains at Tiger, Muay Thai, and sometimes I think that potentially the travel could hurt his performances, getting tired and things like that. So it should be a more optimal thing for Song Kenan here. So I think Song Kenan's going to get the victory here, and give me Kenan Song to get it done inside the distance, actually.